So the movie I want to talk about in the video is a film that just recently flew onto my radar, Final Summer, which seems to be a Friday the 13th-esque horror slasher flick or movie. The plot synopsis reads out, it is late summer 1991 and the final day of summer camp at Camp Silver Lake when tragedy strikes. That evening, as the counselors attempts to shut down the camp for the season, someone is waiting in the darkness to seek revenge on the unsuspecting camp. Who is the masked killer? Is it the camp urban legend or is it something more sinister? Not everything is what it seems at Camp Silver Lake, which obviously if you know Friday the 13th, many of the boxes are checked off. The summer camps, Camp Silver Lake, or Camp Crystal Lake, counselors, masked killers, and some other slasher traits. Now, Bloody Disgusting has released some exclusive stills from the movie, which look pretty interesting. The first features a girl in front of a police car looking really scared, which she doesn't seem to look like a sheriff or an officer. She's likely watching one of her friends being killed, likely, or watching a sheriff or officer being killed, most likely. The second one is just some old guy looking worried with some what looks like road workers or someone standing behind him. And the last and final image features our slasher of the film, the Jason Voorhees of this movie, if you may will, slashing and gashing down on someone. And I'll be honest, he looks pretty badass and awesome, and he looks like he'll be pretty scary on screen. And the mask does look pretty cool in my honest opinion. We've also gotten a poster for the film which gives off those old school 80s Friday the 13th slasher horror movie poster vibes and kind of that retro feeling. The poster just looks very well done and just awesome. We have a tagline of, in 1991, Camp Silver Lake opened for the final time, which sounds a bit cheesy, but I guess stuff was kind of cheesy back then also or anything. I don't know. And also, it's called Final Summer, so for the final time, it's gotta make sense. The film also features Tom Matthews, who played Tommy Jarvis in the original Friday the 13th, which is awesome to see an original come back or come on for a fan project, or something similar to the work he's done in the past, since he has an extremely impressive lineup of horror movies, and some I've actually seen. And in this film, he will be playing a sheriff, which is cool, but kind of makes me scared since I mentioned a sheriff or an officer might be killed in one of the stills, so that can't be good. The film will be directed by John Isberg, who is also a co-producer and writer on the film or movie. I haven't seen any of his other works, so Final Summer will be my first, or will be the first impression I have on his movies and his horror films, and I'll be honest, I'm positive it'll be a good one. There is a pretty sizable cast for the film or movies, but something that stood out to me is the fact that it says that there's an actress for Lexi and young Lexi. And when it comes to filming locations, it mentions that there was a whole location dedicated to a flashback. So with only one character having like a younger self and a flashback, I'll assume she might be the protagonist or maybe final girl, who knows. According to a video on YouTube, and I think their Kickstarter, the director and writer Josh Isberg seems to be very passionate about slashers, horror, and Friday the 13th. So I'd say I'm reasonably excited for the movie, and I'd say we're in pretty good hands, and he says there'll be some pretty cool artists coming in for the score and the credits song. I think he mentioned somebody from Smashing Pumpkins, which I can swear I've heard their music before, so that's definitely really cool. The last thing I want to talk about is the teaser trailer released. So we pretty much get a lady talking to what I believe are the counselors or the kids about how the camp has been in her family for years, but after a tragic event that happened that day, they can no longer escape it, and I've gotta say, she gives me very heavy Pamela Voorhees vibes, or Jason's mom from the Friday the 13th movies. We get some clips of the killer/slasher in action, some moments with the characters, and I'll admit, it looks a little rough, but this does look like an early cut of the movie and a teaser trailer, so I'll cut it some slack and I'll go with that and it'll be good. Now, Final Summer will be premiering at Popcorn Frights Film Festival on August 13th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'll be watching online through the virtual screening since I won't be able to attend or go, which will be pretty cool. I'm just excited in general that I'll be able to actually watch the film, and just from a film, like, you know, festival kind of, I guess. I mean, even though it's virtual screening, but it's still cool in general. So that's all I want to talk about in the video. I'll be sure to link all of the sources down below on how you can watch the film, all the information regarding the film and movie, the Kickstarter, articles, posts, teaser trailers, stills, posters, plot synopsises, and all of that. So I'll go. Peace out, my amigos, and peace out.